strikes.
See, in fact, you are everything I ever wanted in a woman. I think your husband is having an affair.
I'm so fine in this marriage, Joe.
See, these things happen in Bollywood movies.
I've discovered that you're a witch.
Boss TV, where inspiration strikes.
Wanafanya mimi mwana kukulala sio? Hivi wewe Heri, wanaona mimi mjinga sana?
Sema ni vile namuonea huruma tu dadako. Lakini siku nikimtia mikononi, wewe mwenyewe utanambia.
Hata konsha sahau. Lakini nitakunuulia, usio na wasiwasi.
Sasa ushapanga cha kunidanganya ili unikuamini sio? Sasa sikiza na unisikize kwa makini. Ile siku nitakuja kukufumania ndio utanijua unijue.
Wewe kwa uyue? Uyue kama squeeze kule original na kula mshina.
Boss TV, where inspiration strikes.
Straight off the point.
Wazee wa majanga.
Kutaka kumuuliza mzungu mtoto yalia.
The baby is ringing.
Without Blake Central reflexes.
I don't understand it.
Live bro.
Next time.
Ala.
Hawa wanaishi kwa vituko.
Yo.
Ardhi na bifu na mbingu, mbona broko juu? Hii ni kazi ya Mungu, sio baba ama mjukuu.
Waona majanga ya.
Sasa ni wazee ama visharobaro.
Taka mademu sisi.
Finish. Mambo yao ya kubwaga majanga kila leo.
Kazi yangu mimi ya building and construction.
Building and construction.
Building contractor.
Building and construction.
Hebu ni kucheki.
Building
And construction.
ni mganga. Uganga basi wa kutapeli watu, wa kunyang'anya watu kabisa.
Wewe utapeli kwanza, ngoja utakuja buti wewe. Piga mtu albadiri hivi kama hao chizi wa crazy.
Sisi ndio wazee wa majanga.
Wazungu sema it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Building like question.
Exactly. Good night.
Same to you.
The same to you too.
Right, welcome back ladies and gentlemen now to the second part of the show. Definitely it's better late than never, and we are here now to start our conversation, and it's quite typical and of necessity to you, because simply we are trying to help people find their career path. Now listen to this. There has been a lot been spoken about getting into a university and doing a career, and there has been also a question about which is a best suited career for you. And today we want to analyze and try to understand what finding a career path means, and whether if it's quite a necessity to have a career in itself, and also looking at the bigger question that we are asking this morning is going into a university or a college a bad investment? Judging from the way we have all these issues about unemployment, issues about, these careers not being marketable, what does it mean going forward? Those are some of the few details that we want to find out here from my two guests. I had mentioned earlier that we would love to have one, but we had two, and they're already here in studio. Number one here, I've got ROTHO Mohammed, who she's vying to become the president of Mount Kenya University. And secondly, we also have Mr. REGARN Hope with me here. They will have to introduce themselves in just a bit. But let me remind you as well, we'd like to engage you into the program. Where exactly are you watching us from? What do you feel and what do you think about our topic of discussion? Finding a career path. Give us your experience in line with the way you had to find your career path. What are some of the few challenges that you came up with? And also picking up this career, what does it take? What are some of the few factors that you ought to consider when picking up this career that you do currently? And whether if it's marketable or not, talk to us, share your thoughts. The number is below your screen. We're also up and running on Facebook. You can check us live, and do share your comments as well. But right now though, let me introduce to you my beautiful and amazing guest with me here. Close to me, I've got ROTHO MOHAMMED. I hope I pronounced that right. I don't know. She'll have to tell me what does that mean. And of course, at my farthest left there, I've got Mr. REGARN. Hope. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
Fine. Right. Ladies first.
Oh, okay. My name is ROTHO MOHAMMED, but people know me as ROTHO mostly. ROTHO MOHAMMED is people who deal with official work and maybe M-Pesa transactions. So, so that's where the ROTHO MOHAMMED comes in.
What does the name ROTHO mean? You know, since we are from the countryside.
Nilipewa na baba, so nimeshukuru.
That's all you know?
That's all I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome so much to Boss TV. And definitely, you're a student leader or aspiring to become one?
I'm a student leader currently, in charge of academic at Mount Kenya University, and also aspiring to be the next president at Mombasa campus, MKU. Yeah.
Why the shift?
It's because I did my duty as an academic. I felt the need of challenging myself to be in the highest position and see how I can grow, or how I can help our students grow with that position.
Right.
Yeah.
Very true. And Mr. REGARN, how are you? Good to see you.
I'm very fine.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
I wonder we're in cost here and you're on a jumper. What's not happening?
Nothing's not happening. Actually, drip is eternal. Yeah, so as my boys in the hood will say, drip is eternal.
Right.
My name is REGARN Hope, that's official, but everybody else knows me as Sir Prince.
Sir Prince?
Yes.
Are you a musician or something?
I'm actually not a musician. I'm an entertainer. Yeah, I'm pursuing journalism and mass communication.
Right.
Aspiring to be the next social welfare and sports captain in Mount Kenya University, and there's a great chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome so much to Boss TV.
Thank you
You're
very
also
much.
here. My name is SHADRACK. Now, to start with, and of course we'll be speaking about more concerning student leadership later on, but looking at this topic of discussion that we're handling this morning about finding a career path, it seems to me, simply because why I had picked this, it's quite a challenge for people to pick up careers, especially for those who are joining those who are joining
University.
Campus and universities. And out from one of the few posters about you, I saw you had chat about helping people realize their career goals. That's why I came about with this topic. And to begin with, is it necessary for someone to have a career? Let's start from there.
In this 21st century, then I would say yes, it is necessary. It is necessary for you to realize, where am I going in a career? What do I want to accomplish, and how do I want to accomplish? So all those answers can be answered by the fact. All those questions can be answered by realizing your career path.
Right.
Yeah.
So in a nutshell, are you trying to tell me that those who do not have careers do not know where they're going or where they're headed to?
As a student, I would say people have different types of like achievement or like what they want to accomplish. But for a youngster or for a person who is wants to be in a university, then you just don't go there for the sake of going. You need to have a career path. Yeah.
Definitely. If you're telling me this is the career path, where is it headed to, and what does it mean? And Mr. REGARN, do you agree to whatever ROTHO is saying here, that it's a must for you to have a career path? You know, it's 21st century.
We're in the 21st century, and I believe that having a career path is something very important. One, because it acts as a roadmap. It acts as your roadmap. If you're walking, yes,
roadmap to where?
Roadmap to where you want to go. You understand? Your career, if you follow what you want to do, basically it will lead you to where you want to be in the next, let's say, your time frame. Because everybody has a plan, everybody has a goal. But if you do not have that career path, it doesn't matter what type of career you want to achieve.
Right.
It can be your own personal, because I believe that any job is a career path.
Right.
So you must have a career path, you must have a roadmap. You cannot say you're going for a road trip yet you don't know where you're going. You're going to Kisumu yet you're crossing the ferry.
Right.
You'll be lost because you'll be dangling in and about. So I believe that having a career is one very important thing. It acts as your roadmap.
Right, true.
Yeah.
And when we are talking about finding a career path, in as much as it's quite of necessity for us to have one. There has been a lot also in trying to choose one career, and of course doing the selection and the elimination method is quite a hectic process, especially for many. But even before we get there, there's this question, and that we're posing to our viewers, and I'd like to get your sentiments about it. Is going into a college or a university a bad investment, basing our arguments on unemployment rates?
Okay, I would say it's not a bad investment. Why? Because let me put my religion into it. There's this ayah that says, those who know, okay, let me paraphrase it. It says, is there like equal between a person who knows and a person who does not know? Between these two people, a person who knows and a person who doesn't know. So okay, when you look at it, there's a much difference between the two of them. So a person who has gone to a university and a person who has not gone to a university, trust me, it differs.
Right.
It differs in terms of how they think, in terms of how they do things. It's more on a professional level.
Right.
And I wouldn't say that going to an university is a key to, like, a confirmed key to the success. No, that's not it. Because some of the time we work for people, as somebody, we have gone for university. Right. We work for people who have developed companies, yet they have not gone to school. So we work for them.
Right.
You see? So it's not, like, it's you to choose your career. This is what I want to do. It doesn't matter whatever by then, so many people have, whatever they have learned or whatever they have pursued in the university is not the same as the one that they do in the job. Like the job that they do, it's totally different from the what they have learned. This is because they have learned, and wanaenda kutafuta job, hakuna job. So they become more flexible in the job market. Yeah, but it is not a bad investment. It is a very good investment if you know why you are investing in it. Is it because it's just a routine that from secondary, high school, secondary, then university? If it's about your routine, then you're doing a bad investment. Yeah.
Right. And good statements there from Madam ROTHO here. She says, but my question is, then if we know that yes, it may be a good investment, but it depends with you, that's what she says. Why then should one even wake up and push all her resources, his or her resources, and getting into a college, knowing simply because I'll need more into it? It's not just that degree or a diploma.
I'm not trying to be religious, but there is somewhere it is written in the Bible, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. Knowledge is power, like we always know. Knowledge is definitely power. And trust me, if you start, if you get out of here and go, let's say to a primary school, and now you start bargaining with a primary kid, and you're bargaining about the price, of something, the way he or she will bargain and the way you will bargain, it's two different things. If you go out there and take a form, a class 8 leave out, and start talking about something deep, it will be very different. Your arguments will be very different, because you will be arguing in a very mature manner, but they will be arguing according to the level that they know. So investing in a campus is not a bad investment, because definitely we always invest, you invest to get something. You invest and then you expect something in return. Give and take. And then I'd say all of it, it's good investment, basically, like ROTHO said, if you know what you want. What do I want out of this investment? Or am I doing this for a formality? And if it's not what you always want, there is always what we call side kicks, side hustles. You're following your career path, but there are things that are pushing you from behind. Yeah, there are things that are helping you from behind. You're just not doing it for the formality. So even if this career path that you're following doesn't reach to that point, you still have these push-ups. And you did what you wanted. So you've finalized it. So you have to concentrate on this, and then after that you can follow your career.
Right. Yeah. So in a nutshell, are you ruling out this kind of, blames coming out from unemployment. People saying that there is no need for me getting into a university. Papers won't take you anywhere. This is Kenya. I don't know what and what. Does that make any sense to you?
It doesn't make sense because you cannot say there are no jobs in Kenya. I'm sorry to say that, but you cannot say so. We create our own jobs these days. Don't look at it at the papers are not important. Look at it in the next 10 years. Are these papers actually important to me? In the next 10 years, everybody will be having a degree. It will be a mandatory thing. And now imagine everybody having one and you don't have one. Why? Because you said papers are not important.
Right.
It won't be a really good thing for you. Look at it in the next 10 years, in the next 15 years. Don't look at it now. Right now, we'll look at it 10 years ago. Having a degree was something really, really valuable. But right now, everybody has it, so you have to get it.
Very true. And the fact that you've taken me back, I want to take ROTHO back also. Looking at the time at which our fathers and mothers used to go to school, and in the village there, for instance, where I come from, if you have been told so-and-so son is in campus, I think people will view differently. And today, everyone nearly, there's a lot of people going to campuses, and it seems to me that it's turning out to be something normal, and the pride at which it comes with, it's slowly eroding. Is that something that you can equate to, and how do you feel it affects also issues about getting into a career?
Okay, I would say yeah, it is that time when a man or a lady gets into a university, then it's something a big deal. But today is like, oh, you're in a university, oh okay, which year? That's all. It's nothing big deal. It's something like normal. But what I would say, papers are really important. You might have the good skills. You might be having you might be talented, but there will be a time where, like for example, let me give an example. I was doing a project, like I was being associated in a project where they wanted to look into a heliport,
right,
where they wanted to look into things to do with tourism. We have the Beach Boys. The Beach Boys are so talented. Some of them know different languages.
Right.
Some of them know different talents. Some of them are very welcoming, but they cannot be employed by industries. People that are being employed are people from other areas, not necessarily the coastal people.
Right.
Because what they lack is the papers. What they lack is the proof that I know this. You see, people will say like, okay, give me your papers. What do you know? Right. You see, so with that mindset, like I need papers to get into this career. I need papers. We need to go back to school. We need to go back and find that papers because it's really helpful. Without the papers, even if you're talented, the job market will be
unfair to you.
Unfair to you.
Very true. And Mr. Regan here,
yes,
she has mentioned about, yes, getting into a university, getting into a college, a career itself has been normalized. This normalization, does it work to the detriment of those who want to get into a career path, or do you think they can use it to their advantage? The normalization as why we see normally people, going to a college, getting into a campus nowadays, it's something normal. That normalization of it in its own. Do you feel also, to those who want to get into a career path, when they see it, people are saying it's just normal, you can go get your paper and walk around here and come back, you get to suffer even more compared to those who even never got into a campus?
Like somebody will tell me, we are in the 21st century and like you started, choosing your career path is very important. Choosing your career path, it's very important. And basically what you study in campus also, it's a key thing.
Right.
I don't want to mention names, but there are things that when you study, you yourself, you should think, what am I even doing? Am I doing the right thing? You understand? So if you are doing something, make sure it is something that you know, this will help me if I do this. Once I have the knowledge, yeah, definitely. Let's say I've done journalism and now I'm done. Now I'm starting to look for jobs. Oh, there are no jobs, but I have a degree. Really? I have the whole basic knowledge of journalism. I could come up with a studio. I could look for capital and have my own YouTube channel. I could look for stories. I could be a freelance journalist.
Right.
Do I always have to knock into somebody's office with my papers? No. I could knock into somebody's office with a story and say, this is my investigative story. This is what I've done for the past 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month.
Right.
Listen to it. Working with evidence, I have. But if you want to tell me you're working and you're normalizing it, then it becomes vague, because you cannot just walk and say, there are no jobs. Choose your career path wisely and then let it guide you. Choose it wisely and then let it guide you to what you want to do next. Don't always wait to be given something. Try to look for it yourself. Try to create your own. Like they will say, in the 21st century, be your own boss. Yeah.
Right. True. And we'll be coming back at looking at how we choose our career path, and there's a few factors that we need to consider in picking up these careers. But then, before even we get a short break here, there's this question that comes in about, do we have something called a best career?
A best career meaning?
For instance, if somebody says, I'm doing medicine, people say, okay, this guy is doing medicine, I'm a mock automatically. Do we have something like a best career compared to, if we want to rate these careers, do we have something like that?
I would say every job is marketable. Every job is marketable. It's how you brand yourself.
Right.
It's how you brand yourself to the outside world. If you brand yourself as somebody who cannot do that job, then the job market won't look for you. But if you brand yourself for somebody who can do, and branding yourself comes from starting doing things for free, like volunteering. I am a very strong believer in volunteering. It usually comes back to you. So by being volunteering, it helps you. You're helping the community, but you're also helping yourself by branding yourself, by showing the world, this is who I am, this is how I can work, and this is what I have learned, and this is what I'm applying. So every job is marketable. It's how you brand yourself. That's what I'll say.
Do you have the same thought?
I have the same thought.
You want to tell me the same way you take journalism is the same way that you feel medicine should be taken as well?
We have necessities. We have necessities, and I'd say there are those careers that are necessities. And like the big five, the SDGs, we have those career paths that when you follow them, they are the necessity. You understand? It's not that they are greater than others, but they are the necessity.
Right.
The medical field, where we're talking about food, we're talking about transport. Those sides, when you follow, they are the necessity. Those are what people need.
Right.
Yeah, it's not that they are superpowers than others. Yeah.
Very true. Right. We want to take a short break here, ladies and gentlemen, but what we are discussing is to try and make you understand that how can you pick up a career path. Finding a career path is quite challenging, it's quite difficult, especially for those of who are supposed to be joining campus. That's why we want to help them to analyze and get to understand how they can pick up a career, and as well as charting the way forward with their career path. That is what we're discussing here together with my two guests. Close to me, I've got ROTHO Mohammed, and on my father's left there, I've got REGARN and they're here in their capacity as student leaders to try and shed more light concerning these few matters. We'll be coming back in a moment. Don't go too far.
Boss TV, where inspiration strikes.
Wanifanya mimi mwana kukulala sio? Hivi wewe Heri, wanaona mimi mjinga sana?
Sema ni vile namwonea huruma tu dadako. Lakini siku nikimtia mikononi, wewe mwenyewe utanambia.
Hata konsha sahau. Lakini nitakunuulia, usio na wasiwasi.
Sasa ushapanga cha kunidanganya ili unikuamini sio? Sasa sikiza na unisikize kwa makini. Ile siku nitakuja kukufumania ndo utanijua unijue.
Kuwa uyue kwamba siku hizi kuna original na kuna mshina.
Boss TV, where inspiration strikes.
Straight off the point.
Wazee wa majanga.
Kutaka kumuuliza mzungu mtoto yalia.
The baby is ringing.
Without Blake central plexus.
I don't understand.
Live bro.
Next time.
Ala.
Hawa wanaishi kwa vituko.
Ardhi na bifu na mbingu, mbona broko juu? Hii ni kazi ya Mungu, sio baba ama mjukuu.
Hawana majanga. Sasa ni wazee ama visharobaro.
Tutaka mademu sisi.
Mambo yao ya kubwaga majanga kila leo.
Kazi yangu mimi ya building and construction.
Building
contractor.
Building and construction.
Hebu nikucheki.
Building
and construction.
Ni mganga. Uganga basi wa kutapeli watu, wa kunyang'anya watu kabisa.
Ngoja mtu mbadili hivi kama hao chizi wa crazy.
Sisi ndio wazee wa majanga.
Wazungu sema it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Good, I appreciate.
Exactly. Good night.
Same to you.
The same to you too.
Boss TV, where inspiration strikes.
Tufanye jambo gani ili tujizuie na magonjwa? Ama ni kwa nini tunapata magonjwa? Na je, ungependa kujua mengi zaidi kuhusu magonjwa tofauti na jinsi ya kujizuia? Basi mtazamaji wangu, ungana nami Judy Ngongoni Kiongo na ndani ya kipindi cha Jukwaa la Afya Yako. Hapa ndani ya Boss TV, mahali ambapo maswali na maswala yako yote yataweza kutatuliwa na wahudumu wa afya kutoka hapa Pwani. Tegea Jukwaa la Afya Yako.
See, in fact, you are everything I ever wanted in a woman. I think your husband is having an affair.
I'm so fine this marriage too.
See, these things happen in Hollywood movies. I've discovered that you're a witch. Why don't you have a single drop of human sympathy?
The fact that I've been polite with you all these years doesn't mean I'm afraid of you.
You better take care to whoever that is responsible for that pregnancy. We don't have a bastard in our family.
I will not be here and allow that useless girl tear my family apart.
Point of correction. I am not abandoning my own family.
What is it? Shh! Frank, you won't sleep with me, your wife in the house. You won't sleep with me in the office. How would you want me to get satisfaction? How would you expect us to have another child? How do you think this is not? Oh, please don't tell me that!
Boss TV, where inspiration strikes.
Hello kids, Boss TV is finally here and we are mindful of you. Every Saturday we bring you an educational, inspiring and entertaining kids show known as the Tutus Club.
I am special as I can be. I am special, I am me.
We will showcase amazing kids' talents, fascinating stories, the toughest tongue twisters, and not forgetting the Teen Talk Show.
Baby shark, baby shark, baby shark.
Somebody needs somebody. I need your body. I'm up to follow my body. I need your body. I'm up to follow my.
Join me, Joy Kaleche, every Saturday only on Boss TV.
Boss TV, where inspiration strikes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back now to the second part of the discussion, and this discussion is kindly getting hotter here, trying to analyze matters about finding a career path, and we need to help someone, especially those who are looking forward to to join in campus and colleges and trying to fix themselves and picking up a career. And that's why I had to find individuals who have chosen their career path and they are charting their way forward and they are slowly moving with it. And they will be explaining to me why they chose the same careers as we get along with the discussion. But remember, we'd like to engage you in the same. Share your thoughts, particularly those who have joined campus. How do you feel about a career path? Well, how did you get yourself to select that career that you're currently doing? What are some of the few factors that made you select that career? Do you think getting into a campus or a university is a bad investment in any way? Looking at how we have unemployment rates rising day in, day out. You can talk to us on Facebook on the comment section. You can also use the number below your screen to either WhatsApp us or use normal messaging, and we will be sampling your views as we get along with the discussion together with my two guests, ROTHO Mohammed and Mr. REGARN Hope Alliance. Mr. Prince, huh?
Yes, sir.
Sir Prince.
Sir Prince.
Right. Welcome back to the second part. And just even we go too far, somebody has just reminded me, ask them what they are doing in campus. Which course are you advocating?
Okay. It's funny that whatever I'm doing is not really resembling who I am. But yeah, I'm doing bachelor in procurement.
What do you mean it doesn't resemble what you are?
Okay, you talked about elimination of career, elimination of causes that that doesn't suit you.
Right.
Okay, me, I'm doing procurement, but looking forward in my life, I don't see myself working in a procurement office. I don't know, because
you already see yourself not working there.
Yeah.
And you're pursuing the procurement thing.
Yeah. And I have a why I'm going on with the procurement thing. I did my diploma in procurement and I'm also doing my bachelor of procurement, but with a purpose. I know why I'm doing it. And I've chosen my own career path. My own career path is to do with business.
Right.
Procurement is all about business.
Okay.
Like whatever Sapri said, whatever you learn, you apply. Like you don't have to be working in a in an environment, but whatever you learn, you apply and see how you can build your career from whatever you have learned. So my main focus is about, I've seen myself, I'm all about community. I'm all about like MKU community. How can I change MKU? How can I change Mombasa? How can I change my hometown? That's what is driving me to choose a career path.
Right.
So doing this Bachelor of Procurement, it's a one way of building myself, but it's not, I'm not stagnant into this thing.
In another world, what could you have picked as a career?
Maybe journalism.
Yeah.
Wow.
Community development. Yeah.
Okay. I'm surprised at how my cameraman is looking at you, trying to figure out what drives you, and he tries to compare what drives him as well. We'll get to that as, another time. Mr. REGARN, you say you're pursuing journalism?
I'm pursuing journalism.
Why journalism?
Why journalism? One, because it has always been my passion. I'm always into the media and arts and everything. I love media and I love arts ever since I was born. Because one, I do journalism because it is my career path. And that is what I decided to do. That is what I decided to follow from
You decided yourself or somebody decided it?
No, I decided it by myself. And immediately I finished Form 4, believe me, my mom took me to a video production school, a short course. I was never taken to a computer class. I was never, when I finished Form 4, sikufanya what people do after Form 4. Immediately I was taken to a video production school. I did my video production short course. After that I joined campus.
Right.
And nilipoingia campus, I told my mom, Mommy, I want to pursue journalism. She wanted me to pursue another course. But I talked to her well and she agreed. And she was like, yeah, you want to do that? Do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Any regrets whatsoever?
I have no regrets. In fact, I'm having like the best, this is the best thing that has ever happened to me pursuing journalism. It is actually the best thing that has ever happened to me. Because I'm doing what I love. Even studying becomes so easy for me.
Right.
Yeah, because I do it to perfection.
And we will be coming back to see how we can also help people choose up their careers, the few factors they are supposed to be considering, and also answer that big question. can I myself, if I want to join campus, how can I even choose a career that best suits me? But before then, we are told that other people get into universities, colleges for wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Do you have these wrong reasons? Maybe do you know some?
Okay, I'll say one thing for a fact, and it doesn't apply to me, but it applies to the community I come from. One thing that most Somali girls do, or most of us do, is Muslims. Let me be a bit specific. So Muslims girls, or maybe Somali girls, what we do is we get into the university kutoka katika ile nyumba kusema, like, okay, sorry for the Kiswahili, but we go there because we're trying to run away from the things that our parents are planning for us. Things like marriage, like early marriage, because it's like a routine.
Right.
After Form 4, you need to get married. You see? So if you're a career lady, then and if your father or your mother supports you, or your guardian supports you, then it's high, you can go to the university rather than staying at home. If you stay at home and say, what is this, like, why are you here? Like, you need to get married and go away from here.
Right.
But some people take that as a reason of going to the university.
And you put it clear, it was not part of your reasons.
It is not part of my reason.
You're 100% sure?
I am 100% sure.
Right.
My dad has been pushing me. My mom has been pushing me. Wherever I am today is because of them pushing me.
Right.
They believe in education. They believe in girl-child education is really important. Yeah. So another thing, maybe another reason why people take this career path is because of peer pressure. They see that, Sir Prince ameenda shule, then I need to go to this school. I need to, like, make my dad proud, or my people, like, yeah, I'm going to university. But you don't know why you're going there. You don't know why Sir Prince have gone there. You don't know what you're doing there. That's why it becomes so devastating. It becomes so annoying going to the university, because it's not who you are. It's not what you want.
Very true. And Mr. Prince,
yes.
If I am to, hit the nail on its head, why would I even want to go to university? Let's start from there.
Why would you want to go to university? First, figure out what you want to do.
Okay.
Figure out what you want to do, then go to university. If you don't know what you want to do, don't go to university. You'll end up wasting 3 years of your life, just like that. And time flies so fast. By the time you're realizing you're way old, and you're really, this time is lost, I could have done something better. So if you don't know what you want to do in university, don't go. But if you are sure that this is what you want to do, I want to do IT, that is the way to go. Never let somebody choose your career path for you. Because the moment you let somebody choose something for you, they are destroying your whole life. Trust me. The moment you let somebody make a decision for you, a decision that is meant to be your life, not their lives, you've destroyed your whole self. Not unless you can recollect yourself and relapse and realize, I can do this in this other way. But if you do something because definitely your parent wants or your guardian wants it, then you're destroying your whole life. Trust me.
So are you telling me you've met people, and have you seen instances where campus students, and when you look at how they conduct themselves, you feel, yes, this guy is lost, he's not supposed to be here?
Yeah.
Right. What are some of the fine details that you can see?
While I was in main campus in Thika, I had a friend of mine. This guy was doing a business course, but from the day we were freshers, the day he entered school, he was like, bro, I didn't want to do a business course. I want to do arts. The guy used to draw so well. He used to do very nice portraits. Until he did a portrait of me one time, and I was like, yo, bro. And I was like, why can't you do arts? And I was like, my dad doesn't believe in that. My dad doesn't want me to pursue that. And then he ended up wasting his whole year in school. He wasn't going to class, he was doing nothing. Basically playing PlayStation, sleeping, eating, the same routine. And his dad used to pay school fees in full. In full, and the dad never knew anything. The guy isn't going to class. The guy isn't doing anything. The guy is just there. And I felt it because it's not something to laugh about, and it's not something to feel good about. Why? Because this is somebody who has wasted a whole year in school doing nothing. Why? Because they are not interested in what is there. They came to campus basically because their dad wanted them to come to campus.
This whole idea, Rotho, about you hear, my dad wants me to do this, but I want to do this, you know? What is happening here, and how do we get to stop that?
One thing parents should realize is they need to know what their children want to do. They need to know what their passion is. They need to, like, they shouldn't listen to society. You know, one thing about parents, and we will be parents one day, is that what we think is, how will the society look at us? How will society look at Rauda as my daughter? You see? So what they want is they're building that image. They're building that image, like, this is how I want the society to look at Rauda. But you see, like, Rauda is different. Rauda wants another thing. So she will build herself to the way she believes she can be. You see? So whatever you're doing, like forcing, when I talk about Rauda, I'm talking to a lot of people. Yeah, I'm not talking about myself. So what like you're doing is you're making a mistake. You're ruining that child first. Then you're wasting your money second. So you need to, like, see, how can I invest my money while I make like Rauda be the way she wants to be. But regardless, she needs to follow the principles that I have taught her. You see?
Very true.
Yeah.
Right. So it makes me think that there's quite a multi-sectoral approach in trying to help people choose their career, and it takes about also the issue of the kid and the young guy or girl to sit down and analyze, and also the parent can assist in picking up this career because they also pay fee. But also now, coming back to this, factors to consider before selecting a career. That's where we have it. That's where it's the, you know, the elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room.
Let's start from you, Prince here. Where do we begin from? If I'm supposed to choose a career, and let's say I have 3 options in mind. One, my dad has told me. The second one, my mom tells me. And the other one is mine. How do I get to, you know, say, I've chosen this one?
One, I'd say, like I said, know what you want. 2, thing 2, and the most important factor, know your market. Know the market, study the market. What is required? If I do this, where will I end up? You see, like, study that whole thing. 1, what do you want to do? Okay, sawa, I want to do journalism. Now study the market. If I do this, in what way can I bring it out that it still be relevant and everybody will still need it?
Right.
Will it be a necessity? For me, those are my key guidance. I have 3 guidance. 1, I have to know what I want to do. 2, I have to study the market. And then 3, I have to know, can I really afford this? If I'm going through it, can I really afford it?
Good. Now, for instance, I'm into you, Bob. And for instance, if let's say I've picked up the journalism career like you've chosen, and I've studied the market like you're saying, and to me it appears not to be favorable, not marketable as such, do I need to change the career?
Do you need to change the career? And the market, yes. If it's not favorable for you, if it's not favorable for everybody, and we're talking about journalism, yes, change it. Because it will be something, and we're not like lying on journalism, right? So it will be something that you will do, but at the end of it all, you will end up lying with your papers there. You cannot do anything technical with it. You'll just be having the papers plus the theory in your head, and you're like, woo! Now I have to look for a place. You see, don't do that. Just if you study the market and you see the market is not favorable, leave it. Study the market, see a hitch somewhere, look at the loops, create the solution, you're done.
Right.
Yeah, it's just critical thinking.
Good. Now, do you have the same factors as Mr. Regan's factors?
Me, I would say, when I was in high school, I used to love maths. So let me talk in a mathematics.
Right.
So let me talk in a language of mathematics. So in a career path, what I would say is, you should, like, you can add any course you want that favors you. You can subtract any course that you want. You see, elimination method can also be used.
Right.
You see, elimination method, like, this is not what I want, you just eliminate it. This, you have realized Mandela, and you've gotten to a point, just eliminate it.
Right.
Substitution, it's been applied in causes. Like, this is not what I want, this is what I want. Let me substitute this to the other.
Right.
And that's how you like find your career path. And by the way, for you to find your real career path, you will make so many mistakes, mathematics mistakes. So don't be afraid of using any kind of equation, any kind of formula to find the right career path of yourself.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Right, and I understand how mathematics got into you. It's all about elimination method, substitution, use whichever formula, provided you get to pick up your career. That's what my guest ROTHO says here in relation to matters about finding your career path. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, in a nutshell, we are trying to help you, especially those who want to get into college and campuses, to get to understand and pick up their career that best suits them. And we are now taking another short break here. When we come back, we'll be picking some of your comments and questions, and do share them. I'll be relaying them to my guests in relation to that as well, and many more. And now, the fact that we've already picked up this career, we now know how we can get to pick up this career. Where do we start from, and how do we juggle in between to get where we want to get? That is what we'll be coming back to finish on. Don't go too far.
Boss TV, where inspiration strikes. Boss TV, where inspiration strikes.
Wanifanya mimi mwana kukulala sio? Hivi wewe Heri, wanaona mimi mjinga sana?
Sema ni vile namuonea huruma tu dadako. Lakini siku nikimtia mikononi, wewe mwenyewe utanapenda.
Hata konsha sahau. Lakini nitakunuulia, usio na wasiwasi.
Sasa ushapanga cha kunidanganya ili unikuamini sio? Sasa sikiza na unisikize kwa makini. Ile siku nitakuja kukufumania ndo utanijua unijue.
Wewe kwa uyue kwa siku hizi kule original na kule mshida.
Boss TV, where inspiration strikes.
Set of the points.
Wazee wa majanga.
Kutaka kumuuliza mzungu mtoto yalia.
The baby is ringing.
Without Blake Central Plexus.
I don't understand.
Live bro.
Next time.
Ala.
Hawa wanaishi kwa vituko.
Ardhi na bifu na mbingu, mbona broko juu? Hii ni kazi ya Mungu, sio baba ama mjukuu.
Hayana majanga. Sasa ni wazee ama visharobaro.
Taka mademu sisi.
Mambo yao ya kubwaga majanga kila leo.
Kazi yangu mimi ya building and construction.
Building and construction.
Building contractor.
Building and construction.
Hebu nikucheki.
Building
and construction.
Ni mganga. Uganga basi wa kutapeli watu, wa kunyang'anya watu kabisa.
Kika mtu mbadiri hivi kama hao chizi wa crazy.
Sisi ndio wazee wa majanga.
Wazungu sema it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Building and construction.
Exactly. Good night.
Same to you.
The same to you too.
Boss TV, where inspiration strikes.
Hello kids, Boss TV is finally here and we are mindful of you. Every Saturday we bring you an educational, inspiring and entertaining kids show known as the Tutus Club.
I am special as I can be. I am special, I am me.
We will showcase amazing kids' talent, fascinating stories, the toughest tongue twisters, and not forgetting the Teen Talk Show.
Baby shark, baby shark, baby shark.
Somebody needs somebody. I need nobody. I'm up to follow me, nobody. I need nobody.
Join me, Joy Kaleche, every Saturday only on Boss TV.
Boss TV, where inspiration strikes.
Tufanye jambo gani ili tujizuie na magonjwa? Ama ni kwa nini tunapata magonjwa? Na je, ungependa kujua mengi zaidi kuhusu magonjwa tofauti na jinsi ya kujizuia? Basi mtazamaji wangu, ungana nami Judy Ngongoni Kiongo na ndani ya kipindi cha Jukwaa la Afya Yako, hapa ndani ya Boss TV, mahali ambapo maswali na maswala yako yote yataweza kutatuliwa na wahudumu wa afya kutoka hapa Pwani. Tegea Jukwaa la Afya Yako.
Boss TV, where inspiration strikes.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, now we are on the last stretch of the show this morning, and we are approaching the tail end. And as we do so, we'll be sampling your views and also getting our parting shot from my two guests. That is ROTHO, Rauda, I heard you mention that.
Yeah, Rauda.
Right, and also we have Asa Prince, who is also known as Mr. Regan Hope here. But before then, there's a number of questions here I want to ask, and also read some of the comments from people. And somebody said, great conversation, you guys, kudos. We do love how you articulate them. And also, what can they comment about government interventions in making students believe in what they are studying? What can they comment about government interventions in making students believe in the things they study? Okay? Do you understand that?
What can they?
Like government interventions in making students believe in whatever they study. I think he's arguing on the basis that maybe they feel the government is not doing much to make students believe in whatever they're studying.
Yeah, that's right.
Is it true that government is not doing much?
Yeah, it's true. For me, I'd say that. Recently, not long ago, we had slicing of, I'll use this simplest term, slicing of courses in universities. You find yourself, you've been studying for 2 years and then course yako inatolewa, like,
right.
What have I been doing all this time? And it is the same government that gave that directive for that course to be done into that school. And then now, after I've studied for all this time, you want to tell me this course is being scraped away. Why? Because they have realized it is worthless. Let me call it that. It is worthless at the end of it all. You are studying something that is worthless, and the government has been sitting there and it knows that this is happening. At the end of it all, you're being told, we have to scrape again. And then soon, there's going to be another scraping out of courses again by the government. And they're just seated.
Right.
You see, who's wasting their time here? They are wasting our time. You're doing something that will definitely be scraped off and then you'll be left there. Now you have to do another course again. Understand? And then the government also, by supporting youths who are in the universities, they should start farms for the youths. Because people who are up there don't want to go out. So they should start farms for the youths. I believe that's a very good thing. Farms. I'll give you a very good, a very perfect example. If I am from, let's say, I've studied, let's say, journalism. Let them start up a school where only journalists can go there and do their own stuffs there, but youths. Because we have people at the top who don't want to go out of there. So if they don't want to go out of there, let us have an academy again, where after I'm done with my studies, I can go there. It's a public thing for everybody. I'm a journalist, I can practice what I do there. And from there now, it will be like NYS, but in your career path sector. You are an NYS journalist.
Will be helpful?
It will be helpful because one, you'll be gaining experience there. And then from there utakuwa umeiva. Si tumeendanga tu umekaa home mazi uko na papers and you have nothing to do.
Right.
You have studied law, bado hujapata law firm. Kuna law firm ya gava. You can go join, it's free. Ni kama NYS pale. Uvolunteer ukimaliza utoke nje. Anybody will want to work with you because you shall gain experience.
Right. Some very good points there from Regan Prince. Now, another one says here, kuna careers zingine kama media, kuna wenye hawajasomea lakini wana talent za kutangaza. How do we go about that?
That's where I come back to the point of you already have the talent. What you want to do is, because there's nowhere that a media house or a TV might employ you if you don't have papers.
Yeah.
That's why it's really important to have papers,
Right.
not only for the CV but for also professionalism. Because a person who has gone to a university and a talented person, they're two different people. They might be talented, but this person might be more professional than the other.
Right.
Yeah.
So talent must go hand in hand with
Professionalism and
Very key.
papers, yeah.
How do we balance between passion? How do we balance between passion and market?
Passion and market. How do you balance passion and market? After realizing how your market is, and you definitely have a passion for something. I myself I've always had this passion in journalism, and a bit of it poetry. I'll use spoken word. I realized the market in spoken word was not that marketable, I'll be honest. And if I had decided to do it commercially, I would have lost a lot of things. If I would have decided to do my spoken word commercially, I would have lost a lot of things. But then I realized, this is my passion, yes, but if I look at the market, I see, no. So I can do it underground, continue doing it, but supplement it with others. When the others zikijipa, now I raise my poetry. You raise your passion. Hizi zenye unafanya zikijipa, when the market now becomes good for zile vitu ulikuwa unafanya, now raise ile passion yako ikuje juu. Because you will have gained the name, you have the brand, you have everything. Now bring that poetry. And that is my goal. I still do poetry, even though I stopped.
True.
Yeah.
So, last question here from a gentleman here. Says, who should help one choose a career?
There's different people who can help you choose a career. One being yourself, second being your parents, and third, the most important factor is mentors.
True.
We need mentors in our lives. We need mentors who have been there before. Mentors are very crucial. Some people say like, no, we don't need mentors. We do need mentors. Why? And not only one mentor, but different mentors that mentors you in different ways. Because one mentor cannot mentor you, cannot give you everything that you need, but they can give you something that, like some passion, some parts of things that you need for your career. So mentors will hold your hand. Mentors will guide you. Like they will look at you. I was with one of my mentors, Mohammed Noor. He's the managing director of Swahili Port.
Right.
So there was one time I was so confused, and I asked him like, what do you think I'm capable of? Like, I want to take this, I don't know, between this and this.
Right.
So he told me, with the way you are, I feel like this path, if you take it, then it can help you and it will also help the organization. So because he has seen me and he knows my strength, he knows my weaknesses, and that's why he has guided me. So mentors are really crucial. And another thing is role models. Even if you don't talk to them, follow them. There's social media. Follow them. What do they really do? What do they, just take a little things from different kind of role models, and you will be having a path of choosing your career.
Right. Very true. Very interesting indeed. And you've just given me a good topic of discussion another day about mentorship. People think, having a mentor is something so simple. And they do play a very big role in our lives, and also improvement of the way we go through. We will have to see how we can get that conversation on set here. But as we wrap it up here, and I want to give each a minute to talk about giving hope to students and also those who are looking forward to join campuses and how they can chart their way and finding how they get into their career path. But before then, I'm told you want to be the president of Mount Kenya University. Why is it so?
God willing, on 4th, this Friday, I'll be announced as the president of Mount Kenya.
This coming Friday?
Yeah. I'll be announced as the president of Mount Kenya University, Mombasa campus. And my phrase is Suluhu Ipo.
Right.
Yeah. So
kwenye suluhu lazima kuwe na tatizo. Unasema yapo matatizo?
Matatizo yapo. Matatizo yapo, lakini suluhu pia tunakuja nayo. Kabisa.
Uko na imani kabisa?
Niko na imani kabisa.
What makes you think you're best for the position?
What I think, I don't think I'm like the best of them, like MKU fraternity. Like if you look at them, they're so diverse, they're so having different strengths, you see. But I don't think I'm the best, but I think I can lead people. I can lead people by bringing the best out of them. You see, by working with the best, I can bring MKU fraternity in a different way. One thing I want to change the perspective, one thing that I want to achieve by the end of this course of mine, or by the end of this leadership, when I get it, is what I want to change the perspective of how students see life, of how students feel like career is so complicated. I want to like smoothen the way by finding them mentors, by helping them finding the right mentors, the right role models, and the right mentorship programs for them. That's why I feel like I am suitable for this position, because I believe in working as a team.
Very true.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So the comrades at Mount Kenya University, you better do the honorable thing. They say they know you by which name?
ROTHO, Suluhu Ipo.
Suluhu Ipo.
Yeah.
Okay. And on February 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a big day. I think we'll be coming to cover that.
Yeah,
right?
Sure, you should.
Mr. Sir Prince.
Yes, sir.
Are you vying also something?
Yes, I'm vying. I'm vying for social welfare and sports. Social welfare is basically very simple. I won't pound more into it. But since I entered Mount Kenya, I realized the hitch. I like realizing problems and then trying to solve them. I realized there's a hitch somewhere. I realized because I could actually network with Rotho. I could actually network with this person, but it is not the case. People come, once the class is over, everybody goes home. People come, once the class is over, everybody goes home. I don't like that trend.
Right.
I want us to socialize. I want to create, I love events. I want to create events where people can just come, chill, meet, talk. You get to know somebody else. I could be studying with somebody who's the next MP, but sijui. So because I don't have time to talk to them, I just come into class and go. But when I get to that time, nikuwe na wewe in a free place, apart from class, I get to interact with you well. I get to know you more. Right. Because that is where I want to change in Mount Kenya, and that is where I realize there is a hitch. Because people feel this is just a branch. Hatuwezi kuwa kama main campus. No, that is just a phrase. That is just a saying. We can change that. Because I've seen that and I've done it over the years. And I believe it can happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Of course. Also on February, those of whom feel Mr. Sir Prince here is better suited to become your next social welfare
and sports captain.
Right. You can do so and vote for him. But we are so much grateful for you coming in. And a minute each, strictly a minute.
Start with ladies first.
We began, all right, ladies first.
We began with ladies, so let's finish with ladies. Yeah.
We will finish with Sulu.
Okay, my 1 minute starts now. I'd like to advise you. You as a student, you as a non-student, you who wants to get to that university, first realize what you want to do. And if you really know that this is what you want to do, go for it. Don't stop. Go for it. Wake up day and night, toil, don't sleep. Because the moment you sleep, someone else is doing what you're doing, even much better than you. The moment you just lose your guard a little bit, someone else will do it better than you and they will get there. Don't live with the mentality that there are no jobs. Don't live with the mentality that you cannot do it. Don't live with the mentality that there is no market. Look for that market. Get into that office. Struggle and struggle and struggle until the day you finally get it. And then the day you finally get it, those struggles shall be your testimony.
Right. Thank you.
That's
so
all
much
for me.
Okay, I would like to talk to 4 different audiences. One, I would like to talk to parents. I would urge parents to support their children in whatever they're doing, in whatever they're pursuing, in whatever they feel like this is what they want to do. Invest in them. Let them make mistakes. At the end, they'll reach it. The second audience I want to speak to is teachers. If one of my teachers or 2 of my teachers are looking at this, then I'll say, thank you for the support, thank you for everything. All we need from you is that smile while you're teaching us, so that at least students can be able to approach you, students can be able to learn from you. You're the ambassadors, you're the people who teach us whatever, in terms of, not only in terms of notes, in terms of making us pass, but also in terms of connecting with people. So how you present yourself to us matters a lot, because at the end of the day, it's a two-way thing. Another third people I want to talk to is community. Community should start supporting the students or the people or the children. They need to support them regardless of how they put themselves. Like, look at the positive things about them. Try to uplift them. Try to put a torch or like a highlight on them, the positive things. Leave alone the negative things. We all make mistakes. So let's focus on that. On the students, I'll urge you to be who you are. Like, realize what you really can do. Are you really good in talking? Are you really good in writing? Are you really good in networking? Or are you good with things to do with computers? Invest in that. That's how you go to it. Otherwise, if you're an KU student, I take this opportunity, courtesy of Boss TV, to urge you to vote for me. I might not meet all delegates, I might not meet all people, but I believe we can help each other even if we don't know each other or we have never met each other. Because at the long way, we never know. Milima ndo hazikutani, ni watu hukutana. Sorry for the Kiswahili, but I had to. I'm a coastal people. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and we are so grateful that you had to come. And of course, we had a good conversation, and we wish you the best of luck. And I believe when we come back here, you'll be coming in capacity as president and in capacity as the social welfare and sports. Yeah.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very
and
much.
Also to my viewer, thank you for your time. Thank you for your viewership. We do appreciate it so much. Those of you who want to engage us on our socials and the number below, I'd like to say thank you. Let's do this again tomorrow, same time, same place. Goodbye. Have yourself a nice day.
Boss TV, where inspiration strikes. Boss TV, where inspiration strikes.
Wanifanya mimi mwana kukulala sio? Hivi wewe Heri, wanaona mimi mjinga sana?
Sema ni vile namwonea huruma tu dadako. Lakini siku nikimtia mikononi, wewe mwenyewe utanapinga.
Hata kuisha sahau. Lakini nitakunuulia, usio na wasiwasi.
Sasa ushapanga cha kunidanganya ili unikuamini sio? Sasa sikiza na unisikize kwa makini. Ile siku nitakuja kukufumania ndio utanijua unijue.
Wewe kuwa uyue kama siku hizi kule original na kula mshira.
The following program has been rated PG. Parental guidance is advised.